Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden on the Fire Your MD Now radio show. Interesting, this life. My wife was in so much pain for such a long time, and I never, ever gave up hope. Never. And that is a big part of this. I knew in my heart of hearts there was some way to make her more comfortable as she navigated through her life as well. And plus, it was driving me crazy. If you have an external threat as a man, it's easier to deal with than something that's intangible. And the only way that I knew she was hurting is that she would cry herself to sleep every night. So I never, ever gave up hope. Now, I said we were going to take some calls, and Pat in Centerville, Illinois, has been hanging on a long time. Pat, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Great to talk to you, Pat. How are you today?
All right.
You guys getting snow in Illinois?
Not yet.
Well, we're covered in it. You can have some of mine.
All right.
What's on your mind today, Pat?
Okay. I need some information before I make my first order. Now, according to the personal information survey that I have, it indicated that I have a blood sugar imbalance,
okay,
calcium deficiency, digestive disorders, and brittle hair, which he has under EFA, and cholesterol. My concern is this. I was given a peachy drink at the little meeting that we had, and I didn't tolerate it. They also have a tangerine drink, which is in the Healthy Body Digestive Pack that she wanted me to try. And I think there's also some kind of peachy drink or something in the Joint and Bone, excuse me.
Yeah, you're talking about...
Pack.
You're talking about Beyond Tangy Tangerine. It is it's part of the Healthy Body Start Pack or a Healthy Start Pack.
Right.
Any time you have any of those packs, like Healthy Bone and Joint Pack or a Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, it basically consists of a Healthy Start Pack with a couple of add-ons. For the blood sugar, you've got the Sweeties for the chromium and vanadium and whatnot. And with Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, they've just added glucogel caps and CM cream for topical pain relief, just to deal with specific different issues. So you tried some Beyond Tangy Tangerine, might I understand?
Yes.
And are you saying you got some negative results, or what?
Yeah. Well, I have problems with natural sugars and all sugars. The highest I can tolerate is 5 or 6 grams, and then I can't take but a little of that. So I'm trying to make sure I get all the vitamins and minerals I'm supposed to have. And so with the 2 packs that she suggested, what I'm trying to find out is, can I just leave the sugary drinks off, or is there something to substitute, or the other things that's in the packs, or are they enough to give me what I need?
Well, here's the deal. Sugar, your problem is an inability to process the sugar, okay?
Yes.
Sugar is not bad for you. You actually need it. Sugar is the gasoline of life. Without sugar, you couldn't blink an eyelid. So the sugar itself is not the inherent problem. The problem is your inability to absorb the sugar. How much do you weigh?
About 120, 5'5".
120?
Yes.
Okay, so you could probably get away with 1 healthy blood sugar pack per month. It's dosed by 1 pack per 100 pounds. Now, the chromium and vanadium in the Sweeties that comes with that pack is for your blood sugar, okay? That's specifically why Wallach has included that in there. Now, you do have a few options here. Instead of going with the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, what you could do is just kind of rebuild it. You could go with, try an Ultimate Classic Pack. Ultimate Classic is an alternative to Tangy Tangerine, and I believe it's not as high in the sugar content. Also, I would add, if you go with an Ultimate Classic Pack, It's got 180 EFAs, selenium, cal toddy, and the sweeties. So, yeah, we don't want you to use the healthy blood sugar pack if you can't handle the citrus. But if you could go with an Ultimate Classic pack, I think that would help you out immensely.
All right.
Have you got that written down?
Yes, I do. The Ultimate Classic pack.
Yes, that's what I would do. And then just, you know, it says on the bottles how much to use of the different things in it. So you sound pretty positive about trying this out. You went to a little meeting?
Yes, and it was very informative. It's just that I have these digestive disorders and the calcium deficiency, and I was hoping that I could find something to substitute. So this Ultimate Classic pack, it will take care of the digestive and the calcium deficiency disorders? Both
yes, because absolutely, it'll help with that because, like I said, it's got the sweeties and the selenium also has chromium and vanadium in it. And there's a product called Cal Toddy in the Ultimate Classic pack, and that is your calcium right there. So did you hear about longevity from a friend or over the radio or what?
A friend. In fact, she's online
I'm on
right
the line now. I am in longevity, but I wanted for her to get online to talk to you to see could we do something about that sugar, because every time she takes something like that, it really do an end. She gets nausea and she can't accept it. So that's why we're working on that.
Right. So, yeah, I would get her on 2 bottles of the selenium. And go with the Ultimate Classic pack. Yeah, 2 bottles.
2 of the Ultimate Classic.
Ultimate Selenium.
She need the Ultimate Selenium too? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So what? You're the friend that invited her to your longevity meeting.
Yeah.
And what happened with you on longevity? Have you had some positive results?
Oh, I have tremendously.
I want to hear about it.
Okay. Well, okay. I have this nerve problem. This sciatic nerve is very, very painful. I had it in the lower part of my back, on the left side of my buttocks, and in the back of my knee, on my leg, in the back of it, and one in the back. It was in so much pain that I actually would shed tears. And
wow.
I was talking to a friend. I don't know what directed me there, but I had been praying. And when
that's what directed you there.
Well, I was looking in my telephone book for a certain number. I ran across this girl's number. I hadn't talked to in a long, long time. And when I talked to her, I asked her how she's doing, and she told me how sick she had been, but now she's feeling good. And she said, I've been in so much pain. Well, I had too. And I said, what did you do? And so she said, girl, I need to hook you up with Kate, a girl in Atlanta, Kate Golden. And so anyhow, we did a 3-way. And Kate told me what I should get, the bone and body pack to her. I got everything she told me to get. And so Kay said, in a month's time, you're going to feel much, much better. So the girl from my friend told me, she said, no, she said, I felt better in 2 weeks. And so, sure enough, I was feeling better. But, of course, when a month and 5 weeks passed by, I didn't tell you that much better. And my granddaughter, my great-granddaughter, she has cancer. And anyhow, when the doctor told me they want to start her on chemotherapy, well, my daughter had ordered her this pack, the products for the cancer, and so she told the doctor no, she won't start nothing right now. And so he told her, said, girl, what are you going to do? You gonna let your daughter die? And of course, my granddaughter sitting there with tears running her eyes when the doctor said that. So she said, well, no, I got something else I want to share with her. I mean, use on her. And she told him about Dr. Wallach, but you know how that is. They don't want to hear nothing like that. But anyhow.
No, they don't.
But anyhow, the package came, that products came that a Wednesday evening. So she called Kay and she told the girl that, she says, I'm going to start her first thing Thursday morning. So Kay said, no, you start on her tonight. She did. Thursday evening, she came and said something about, no, that was Friday. My granddaughter said, these tumors, she had tumors sticking all out on her. You could see it.
Wow.
You could just see the tumors. She couldn't wear shoes because it would hurt her because they was sticking out on her feet and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor, she was complaining about her back all the time. Well, the doctor said the tumors was in her legs was even worse. They gave her a test and she was, had turned to malignant all over, you know. And
spread right through her.
How the tumor's malignant. So my daughter started on that pack. 3 weeks later, she went to the doctor, and the nurse, she says, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. And so he said, I can't understand what these things is. And so, anyhow, before that, my daughter, I had left when I left and came back home that Saturday. My daughter was there. Said, look, Mom, look at that. I said, look at what? She said, do you see the tumors? I said, oh, no. And that was just Wednesday when she started, Wednesday evening, that fact.
Wow.
Saturday, we could not see the tumor sticking up out of her body, her skin, but we could feel it once you take your hand and run across there. We could feel it, but we couldn't see it. Now, she's been on it for about 2 months. You can't hardly feel them no more. When they took it back to the doctor, that's when they were just knocked off their feet.
Oh, well, absolutely, and they probably still didn't want to hear it. You know what? I want to keep you on the line because you've got some interesting stuff to say. We're going to take a commercial break, but we're going to come right back to you after these messages. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden on the Fighter MD Now radio show. Now, before the break, we were talking to Pat in Centerville, Illinois, and then she put her good friend and some would argue guardian angel on the line, and she was talking about tumors shrinking away to nothing in a nurse saying, I just don't understand. Do we still got you?
Yes, you have.
All right, so finish up where you were going with this. I just love it. I love these stories. You just keep right on going.
You want me to start all over?
No, don't start all over. Well, I guess we got the gist of it. Is your friend still there?
No, Pat had to hang up. She had something she had to do. My name is James Anna. I told Pat about these products because she know what it did for my granddaughter. Okay.
James Anna, you are awesome. Listen, James Anna, do you have a pen? I want you to write down a couple things here. I just did a little bit of checking during the break.
Uh-huh.
And I'm human. I made a little mistake here. I want you to write down a couple things. The Ultimate Classic Pack does not come with the Cal Toddy. She's going to have to add that.
Okay, wait a minute. The
Classic Pack
doesn't come with what?
She's going to have to order Cal Toddy with that. 1 bottle of Cal Toddy.
Wait a minute. Let me write that down.
Write it down.
Is it Cal Toddy?
Cal Toddy, 1 bottle.
Okay.
And 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium.
2 Ultimate.
Sorry, yeah. 1 bottle of Sweeties.
1. Okay.
And 1 PDM. And then I've got some questions if you know about her digestive problems that she's having. Is she experiencing heartburn?
Okay, PDM, okay.
PM, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, she mentioned that she had some digestive issues. Do you know anything about that? Is she experiencing heartburn or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, have you introduced her to the 10 bad food list?
We got that down.
Okay, good. Now, for the heartburn, I want you to tell her to eat extra salt, as much salt as she can handle. With the Cal Toddy, the salt and the calcium will will balance out her stomach acids. But by the way, I abbreviated PDM. That's a bottle of plant.
Is it possible I could just put her on the line so she can hear this?
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Let me just call her right now so she can hear this.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, hold on one second.
Yeah. We've got an excited caller that overcame some really horrible problems, her granddaughter, and we're just giving her a little bit of time to get her friend on the line here so we can dial in a few things.
Her line was busy. Oh, let me cut her up. Hello?
Hi there, how are you?
Okay, her line is busy, so let's start. Okay, we want to have her to eat extra salt.
Yeah, have her put salt on things, and with that, the calcium in the Calatati, that will strengthen her stomach acids. She's not having heartburn because she has too much stomach acid. She's having heartburn because she doesn't have enough. This is a live radio show, so we're not going to be switching phone lines anymore. By the way, I had you write down PDM. I was abbreviating. That's a bottle of plant-derived minerals, by the way.
Okay, what is that now? The what?
Plant-derived minerals.
Plant-derived?
Minerals, yeah, one bottle. So have her order up that stuff. Okay, get on it. Get down with the 10 bad food list.
Okay.
And salt. And now she wants to listen to this. What you can do is you can listen to this show again on GCNlive.com or fireyourmdnow.com.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Are you an insider?
No.
Okay, if you go to Fire Your MD Now.
Let me do something right now. My computer is down, but I am illiterate. I don't know how to use a computer.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine, then we won't go that route. But you know what is interesting is that you don't know how to use a computer, but you knew how to help somebody get rid of tumors, and you are the best hope for your friends and neighbors and people around you. We're going to let you go, and you have a great day. We'll be back after these messages. We're back. Jess calling from Michigan. She's been hanging on a long time. Jess, are you there? Hello, Jess.
I am here.
Yeah, how are you doing, Jess?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really well myself. I find myself really actually enjoying the winter. I don't know what part of Michigan you're from, but during the summer I dread the snow coming, but then it gets here, and I find myself on a back road in a Road Warrior style 4x4 with a rifle, and I love winter. It's not a problem at all. Are you in rural Michigan?
Am I in rural Michigan?
Yeah.
No, I'm in southeast Michigan, and I would like to be in rural Michigan as soon as I find someone in rural Michigan to move.
Well, there's all kinds of places.
I was in rural Ohio. I had 20 acres there, and the economic downturn removed me from that situation, so I'm looking for another rural situation. But
well, you come to the right place because Youngevity has a great business building opportunity.
Yes, I am a Youngevity, what do you call it, representative, and I am also an insider recently. I signed up for to be an insider. I've been living this lifestyle for quite some time. My question is for a potential client, customer, who has vaginal herpes.
Okay.
And I've been an herbalist for a while, and I have cured, well, you have to use that word carefully. I have used herbs myself and for herpes, and when I went back to the doctor, they said I did not have it. Okay. So, therefore, I did not use that C word. But I was looking for longevity products that would help to the point of going to a doctor and them not seeing it in your blood any longer.
Right. Okay. Well, let's go back to the herpes issue here. Okay?
Yes.
You just became an insider, hey?
I am.
Now, as of November 15th, if you go to the archives, Dr. Glidden has an absolutely awesome webinar on boosting the immune system. Okay? Now, herpes, as far as I understand, is not curable. I may be wrong, but there are steps that you can take to limit outbreaks. Okay? You can make it go dormant. So what you want to do is strengthen the immune system. Z-Radical is great for that. HGH Youth Complex is great for that. Okay? So what we want to do is make it so that it doesn't actually show its ugly head, right?
Yeah.
So I would get her on a Healthy Body Start Pack, and I would add that, appropriate for body weight and whatnot, and I would add the HGH Youth Complex and the Z-Radical. Also, make sure you impress upon her the importance of cutting out the 10 bad foods. Sound good to you?
Okay. Say on the radio.
You're cutting out. I cannot hear you. Okay, I think we're losing your call, Jess. If you can get on a better line and call back, Jess, that would be great. Yeah, herpes is it's an opportunistic virus, and it likes to poke its head out whenever your immune system is compromised. Interestingly enough, it'll also show up during times of stress because, the two are related when you're stressed out. So, different things like money problems, relationship problems, things like that can cause an outbreak. Vaginal herpes or even a cold sore, it's basically the same thing from my understanding. So get your friend to boost her immune system. If you can call back on a better line, we could talk a little bit more if you would like. Now, to become an insider, anybody out there listening, all you got to do is go to fireyourmdnow.com or drpeterglidden.com. And it'll cost you $20 a month, but what you get with that is access to just tons of resources. These webinars have educated us so much to alternative ways of dealing with things. Well, I hate to say alternative because it's my primary way of, if I meet somebody with diabetes, the first thing I want to do is show them a webinar on blood sugar imbalances. So, if you're not the most eloquent individual on the planet, it's a great way to do it because Dr. Glidden can explain it better than any one of us, really, or Dr. Wallach. And there's also a good idea is to listen to this show every day and guide people to it if you can. If they don't have a computer, they can buy a set of DVDs that covers cancer, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, weight issues, all kinds of really useful information that a person that doesn't have a computer can tap into and educate themselves as to how to strengthen their body, their mind, their immune system. And earlier I was talking about, this rush to put kids on drugs. The Center for Disease Control is saying that 1 in 10 kids has ADHD, which is a acronym for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. And basically, they can diagnose any kid with this because kids are kids. They don't always sit still. They can be taught to. They can be taught to behave, but at the same time, you got to let kids be kids. Now, when I was a kid in school, if we started, talking too much or horsing around or tapping our feet under our desks, teacher just tell us to go outside and run around the football field twice. You know what? End of the problem right there. Nutrition, exercise. Let kids be kids, right? So, but I'll tell you what, this article is not half as interesting as the comments under it. Okay, and a lot of times I find with mainstream media that their information is crap. They're regurgitating what they've heard from the Center for Disease Control or, other these alphabet soup agencies. But Ray Bigness writes, and this is why people think psychiatry and psychologists are quacks. This is being overly diagnosed, and the whole boys will be boys had become boys will have ADHD. Get those kids off their video games and out to play. It's a better cure, less expensive and healthier. While we're at it, the parents need to go out and play with them. It will reduce the obesity problem. He's a bit to the point there. But you get the idea. They put out this article talking about how basically all kids have a mental disorder because they like to play. And then, you go to the comments and people are not buying it. I'm not buying it. I wasn't buying it because it wasn't working, okay? And I don't care if you have a free healthcare system. I don't care if tomorrow Obamacare starts actually working and people can get on the website. It's still not going to fix the problem, okay? Insurance is not going to fix that problem. You've got to figure out how to strengthen your own body. Take your future into your hands. Take your health into your hands. Take your finances into your hands. I'm doing it. My family's doing it. And, it's really brought us together wonderfully as a family. Big time. I'm going to go over to a story here I was looking at over on Infowars.com. Big shout out to Alex Jones. I'm a fan. I like Alex Jones. Like listening to his show. This woman in Manitoba was fined by her daughter's daycare $10 for not including Ritz crackers in her kid's lunch by the daycare. Now, the daycare sent her this note with the kids home, and this thing looks like it was written to address a 5-year-old, I gotta say. Like, they do it in a font that's all silly. Today, your child's lunch was supplemented with Ritz crackers. And so she's got 2 kids in daycare, and the daycare decided that she needed to have Ritz crackers. Like, I don't know if the daycare's got some kind of a deal going with Nabisco or what the case is. But see, these kids had meat, potatoes, milk, carrots, and an orange. But the Canada Food Guide says you got to have grains. The bottom of this note, it says parents will be charged $5 per child per item missing if the child's lunch is not a balanced meal, according to the Canadian Food Guide, effective April 17th, 2012. So they want to tell you what your kids can and can't eat. I've been seeing an increasing number of stories where hospitals will decide that they have a better treatment and they will actually take custody of these kids and have the parents escorted out by security, and bada bing, bada boom, you don't own your kids no more. I'm seeing this all over the place, and it's just insane. So I think one of the best things you could do before problems arise is get your kids nutrified. Make them exercise. Get them playing hockey. Get them playing football. But make sure they are nutrified before they're out playing sports, because as Dr. Wallach proved, activity or athletes who do not nutrify are looking for suicide. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So, you got parents being fined $5 a child for, and how many Ritz crackers does a kid eat anyways? $5 will get you a whole box of them. They were charged $5 per child, and they were, I believe, 5 years old. So now in other areas of how the government wants to intrude on how you look after your kids, we're being made aware of threatening letters being sent to parents by the government regarding their children's participation with compulsory medical and dental examinations. Now, we all know that there are some people out there who they have a rough time raising their kids, and that's where I believe the family and community needs to step in. But people are getting these letters under the auspices of keeping children healthy. They've usurped the role of parent away from actual parents. The state, not legal guardians, is determining when and how children should be subjected to outside business influences. I tell you what, I'm not a fan of that. In fact, I'm not a big fan of public education anyways. I'd rather see people homeschooled. But then again, that's just me. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after these. Welcome back to the Fire Your MD Now radio show. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Now, before the break, I was talking about people receiving fines for not having their kids' lunch a certain way. And it's really funny because the more they try to intervene and do what's right for everybody, the more they seem to muck it all up. So the best thing you can do, become an insider, become a longevity person, become a distributor, and reach out to your community and get your kids' immune systems strengthened on your own. Don't let the school tell you how to do it. There's a flip side to that, too. Right now, there's a woman in Calgary facing charges because she didn't bring her son to the doctor, and she tried getting rid of an infection, but with herbal remedies, and her son died, so they're talking about pressing charges. Now, interestingly enough, if her son would have went to the hospital and got a staph infection, they would not be charging the hospital. If the doctor accidentally overdosed this kid on some weird drug, you can bet that he wouldn't be being charged. But there's a big push on to demonize people who want to go it alone and get their own information. We got a short segment here. We're going to talk to Dean in Alaska. Dean, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you today, Dean?
Good.
What's on your mind, buddy?
I got a grandson. He's got a problem. He had some lymphedema in his arm. It showed up at a year old. Now he's 2 years old. He lost most of his scapula and part of his humerus to Gorham-Stout syndrome. I'm not sure what's going on. Got like a vascular anomalies forming, and then he's got this, osteoclasts dissolving his bone.
That sounds terrible. Is he experiencing a lot of pain, I imagine?
Well, a little 2-year-old toddler, they don't feel anything. His arm's broken in a couple places. Bone's getting replaced by cartilage stuff, and
they are troopers.
He just doesn't use it.
Right. Are you a longevity distributor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been pretty successful with using and spreading the word with the stuff past 2 years now.
That's awesome. You got a fairly large group up there?
No, but it's growing.
Okay, so your son, what have you got him taking?
It's the grandson.
The grandson, sorry.
Yeah, they only 200 cases documented worldwide, not much for treatments, radiation, chemotherapy,
The usual suspects, yeah.
Osteoporosis-type drugs. They talked about Soliris and bisphosphonates.
Yeah, there's always some new drug
Chemotherapy
that promises big things, and then it ends up hurting a bunch of people, and they lose a bunch of lawsuits. You know what? If you could get his parents to... Are you an insider?
Yeah, no, but it could be easily.
Okay, well, go to fireyourmdnow.com, become an insider, and have the boy's parents sit down with you and watch the webinar on bone and joint issues. And if you got to put on the dad hat and make them do it, I suggest you do it there, Grandpa. Because it could be one of the only hopes that this kid has. Those drugs will kill him, by the way. They're not going to fix anything.
That, if it goes from bone to bone, the scapula is, was mostly gone, the humerus was partially gone. If it goes to the spine or the rib cage or the skull, they're in big trouble. And they don't know what to do. I mean, invasive treatments with these chemicals are hard on adults, and this kid's an infant.
Yeah, you need to get that boy on a healthy bone and joint pack ASAP, appropriate for body weight. Listen, what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you call back in when Dr. Glidden's back on next week and talk to him personally about this, but I would suggest you get that kid on a healthy bone and joint pack and see if you can talk some sense into mom and dad there. I hear the music. That's the end of today's show. Have a great day, everybody.